break could end up being a deciding factor here tonight.
There aren't going to be any free second chances tonight. These squads need to be ready to get physical and fight for every single possession.
Look at the opening lineup for the Memphis Grizzlies. At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. And it's Adams in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Wonderful find by Paul. This offense relies on him to make those kind of plays.
Morant passes to Jackson.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish. Here's Paul, and he drops in the layup off the glass.
So crafty down low. Chris has every shot in the book.
To the paint, here's Morant. Oh.
Yes. As creative as they come, Ja Morant has a style that's specifically his.
Well, Greg, a disappointing ending to the playoffs last season, certainly for the Phoenix Suns.
Well, came in the top seed in their conference only to make a second-round exit after a grueling Game 7. So this season might be revenge time for this group.
Okay, 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right?
That's right. He was ultra safe with that dunk, no question. And it's Morant missing. For Phoenix, they've gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Adams against Booker. And the dunk by Booker.
An underrated athlete with a solid handle. Defenders can't always keep up with Booker on the drive.
Morant kicks to Brooks. Bridges with the steal. Executing to perfection right now offensively.
I mean, in total sync. Good luck trying to stop him now.
Now, here's Bridges. Booker the pass to Ayton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Fires from the wing. 3-pointer, Crowder, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Here's Morant, and it's in there.
Bread and butter play. Morant in screen and roll. He'll typically make you pay.
And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Well, Kevin, Coach Taylor Jenkins gave me a few minutes to catch up. He said a primary concern is to prevent those easy 3-point looks from outside. He said closing out hard on the shooters is going to be the key. If they don't bother the shooters, he said, it's going to be a very long 4 quarters. Back to you, Kevin.
Thanks, David. Devising a strategy to take away that 3-point shot. Phoenix with the ball. Grizzlies making the shot. Here's Crowder. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
We saw glimpses of Ja Morant's potential in his first 2 seasons in the league. But year 3, both Ja and Memphis took it to another level.
Another level indeed. For Ja Morant, his 3rd season, Smitty, in the NBA, and now he has joined the conversation for MVP.
Kevin, that scoring average well over 25 points per game. Morant is the leader of Memphis. The Grizz finishing in the top 3 of the West. Incredible for a 22-year-old.
He takes advantage of them in every way possible.
And Greg, he lures them into a trap on the steal, and then bang, straight to the bucket.
Great activity at both ends. Great teamwork as well.
Al Paul, after the missed 3 from Desmond Bane. Kicks it out to Booker. Ayton a screen on Bane. Ayton wide open. Great look, but off the mark.
And I was sure that was money on that one, but everyone is afforded an easy miss or 2.
Yes, let's look on the bright side. You got a great look. It's a play that you might want to go back to again.
Now here's Brooks. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game.
Good athlete, 37-inch vertical. Brooks aggressive above the rim.
Here's Booker. Driving to the basket.
The V just kind of staying
the side and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
It's a backbreaker for your defense, giving up easy buckets like that.
Here's Bane. Devin Booker picking up that last basket.
I love the physicality behind Bane's drive, letting the defense know he isn't changing course.
Booker outside. Back to Paul. Ayton dishes to Crowder. Ayton a screen on Morant. Paul. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It goes on Dylan Brooks. The Suns shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. The first one falls.
An experienced veteran in this league, Chris Paul offers valuable insight both on and off the floor. We've seen him put a lot of pressure on the defense and then cash in at the line.
Now here's Morant. Out of bounds. Phoenix will take possession. Here's Paul. 6-point game. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Morant outside, and the foul is called. He intentionally grabbed him there for some reason. I don't know.
Kevin, all I can think of is that he's trying to slow the game down a little bit.
Right.
That's a stretch, though. Definitely a strange move on his part.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns Houston team.
And thanks again for tuning in. If you're just joining us, we've played through 1/4 of action so far. And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Suns.
For me, they made a point to attack inside early in the game, and it's paid off for them. A lot of solid looks in the paint.
And one more thing they've done well tonight. They've attacked the rim viciously and have gotten a lot of points by just going at the defender.
So on the floor to begin things for Memphis here in the 2nd quarter. The wingmen are Bane and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point. Paul outside. Crowder sets a screen for Paul. Bridges, no one around him. No good on the 3.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all. Alone. He just couldn't hit it.
And now the latest from our reporter, David Alder.
Thanks, Kevin. It is hard to forget the crazy draft night for Bridges in 2018. Drafted 10th by his hometown Sixers, his mom was an employee with the team. But he was traded an hour later to Phoenix. He says, it was tough, but once I came here, I loved it. The group of guys we had, I knew I wanted to be here. And they are sure glad they got him, Kevin.
They are indeed, no doubt. DA, thank you.
And talking about a franchise that has done a complete 180, look no further than the Phoenix Suns. Before 2021, they hadn't even been to the playoffs in 10 years.
Here's Adams, and Adams with the slam.
Adams has run these screen and rolls countless times. Great job getting to the right spot.
Paul passes to Ayton. He doesn't hit that one. Some solid defense there from Jackson. In just 4 seasons, Phoenix Greg went from last in the conference to the best record in the entire NBA. It's been an unbelievable story.
And there's a lot of talent on this team, not to mention a great coach in Monty Williams. The future is bright for this franchise.
Quarter number 2, we're about 2 minutes in. Kicks to Ayton. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Ayton's got the lead up to 7 now for the Suns.
And I'll tell you what, stretch bigs are getting bigger. Ayton, Embiid, Big Cat, this is the future.
Adams' shot is off. The Suns have gone 2 of 5 from the field here in the 2nd quarter, shooting 40%. Paul against Morant. Count it. And now a 9-point Phoenix lead.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Jackson setting the pick here for Payne. And Adams kicks to Morant. Ayton with it. Now defended by Adams. Ayton, the pass to Crowder. Payne against Ayton. Kicks it out to Paul. Three-pointer. Ayton trying to break free. Paul can't get it to go. Brooks against Booker. Deflects the pass. And stolen by Booker. 2-on-1 as they jump out on the break. Here's Crowder. First shot, first basket. He's out of the blocks fast.
Plays with a high motor. Crowder knows only one way to play, and that's in fifth gear.
The Grizzlies trail by 11. And they double up Morant. And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. And home court advantage can give teams a huge lift. Greg, how different is it playing in front of the hometown fans?
It's huge. I mean, they give you energy. You don't want to let them down, so you tend to dig a little deeper when you're playing at home.
Here's Paul. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
He's one of the best in the business, Chris Paul, a phenomenal ball handler.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. And so here's Memphis, trailing by 13. Outside, Jones. To the middle. Here's Aldama. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
One sign of a great playmaker, hitting his man in stride.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for Phoenix. They've only given up 6 here in this quarter. Good. Paul's got 6 points in the quarter.
The question is, why is Chris Paul so hot tonight? He recognized the hot hand, and it's him.
And now they decide to foul intentionally.
You're not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
And the Suns with a completely new group on the floor. There's the pick. Conchar, the pass to Aldama. Got it. Good job in the low post. Aldama's got his second basket.
Oh, and look at how well he led him in there. Really, he passed him open for that deuce.
We've got 28 seconds left to play here in the half. Johnson inside. Working on Jones. And the basket by Johnson.
And Matador defense, that's one of the easiest shots he is ever going to see.
And this is what happens when you start to break your opponent's spirit. The resistance is no longer there.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
The problem is your opponent is making big plays as well. I'll be curious to see the response. Woo, blown opportunity.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. They've had active hands and have forced a lot of turnovers in this one. And we'll be... Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. It's been a clinic by Chris Paul.
His play so far is what fans love about him. He has gone right at the defense time and time again.
And not standing around, not settling for perimeter shots. He's looking to attack.
Charge and Johnson are on the block. Landry Shamet is out there with Cameron Payne. And it's Craig in at the 3 spot. That's the 5 to begin the second half for Mongolia. The Grizzlies trail by 13. Well, Greg, with this Memphis Grizzlies team, you like how young and how hungry they are. That's very appealing.
And these players have bought into the system. This is a selfless group that knows each other's strengths, and it's why they've seen so much success here of late.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Tillman. Memphis needs to get off a shot here. The Grizzlies with another miss.
Wow, that's one you just kind of assume is going in. Tough luck.
Johnson kicks to Craig. Launches a 3. Cans it from downtown. Johnson's got 5 now.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Again, the miss by Jones. Phoenix leading by 16. Pass to Craig. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Shamet kicks to Johnson. Saric outside. The shot, no good. And Memphis the other way now. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. There's a good screen. Jones, the pass to Tillman. And stolen by Payne. Here's Shamet. That's good, and Johnson with the assist. Shamet's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Jones looking for an opening. And they get it. Saric grabs the board. For Phoenix, they've gone 3 of 4 so far in the third quarter from the field. Pretty good start to the half. The putback, and they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but they still come up empty. It's stolen. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Johnson's shot is off. The Grizzlies trail by 19. Tillman passes to Jones. Fires for 3. Nailed from three-point land.
Maybe he's not one of the elite sharpshooters, but even still, that's not a shot that he can afford to get.
Driving the lane. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
Great job of screening there. Nice job to take it to the rim and get the finish.
And the Suns here with a different look. Andre Ayton's checked in for Saric. Jay Crowder comes in for Johnson. Bridges, he's checked in for Torrey Craig. And it's Booker in for Landry Shamet. 1:53 left to play in the third. It's Morant with the drive. And the layup falls. Morant's got 6.
The quickness of Ja Morant is what makes his drives deadly. Where did he go?
All checked in for Cameron Payne. 1:43 left in the third quarter. Here's Paul. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. It's going to be on Desmond Bane.
Oh, clever play by Paul. He makes sure to get some contact and draw the foul. When we talk about the playmaking ability of CP3, 3rd all-time in career assists, 2nd all-time in career assist percentage, and he looks far from done.
Out to Brooks. Jackson against Paul. Morant left side. And that one goes out of bounds. Last touch by Bridges.
Great energy on the deflection and a good job disrupting their offense.
This is called an effort play. Terrific hustle at the defensive end.
Second half here. We're just over 3.5 minutes into it.
Not one to shy away from physicality. Ja Morant just goes about his business.
And Greg, what separates Paul from the other 2 guys that have more career assists is that Paul also averaged 18 points a game.
And he scores with efficiency. Really a one-of-a-kind talent. When he finally does decide to hang him up, I think he'd make a great head coach as well.
Tipped away. Paul with the steal. He kicks it to Booker. Payne against Ayton. Back to Booker. Stolen by Jackson. Oh, and here we go. Jackson, nobody back. And then Morant slams it in.
I like that find by Jackson. Young bigs who can see the whole floor. You don't come across them that often.
The shot by Paul, no good.
That was excellent contest, preventing him from making something that's usually automatic.
That's in, and the Suns' lead is cut down now to just 11 on the basket from Morant.
I think consistency from 3 is in Morant's future. On that shot, he was well balanced and focused.
Ayton in the corner. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 3 assists in the game. On the wing, Brooks, a 3-ball, and again, it's the Grizzlies from deep.
A big-time ISO player in college, Brooks has shown the ability to play off the ball at this level.
And so it's the Phoenix Suns going in.
Fans, please give a big round of applause for your Suns youth.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Suns. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. So on the floor for Memphis, Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. The wingmen are Bane and Brooks. And it's Morant in at the point guard position.
And love how fearless Booker can be. Even the foul doesn't deter him from finishing off his business.
The Grizzlies trail by 13. Morant with it. He's picked up by Paul, and he's going to get whistled for that foul. G, that was intentional, but not exactly logical.
How about pointless to foul there? I mean, I don't know where his head is, but it's not in the game.
Here's Morant. Adams, the pass to Morant.
That's going to drive your coach crazy. Protect the basketball. He lost focus for 1 second. There goes the possession.
Ayton, a screen on Bane. And Booker kicks to Ayton. Back to Booker. 5 on the clock. The Suns need to get a shot off. Crowder from outside. The rebound by Steven Adams. Adams has got his 6th rebound on the night. And it's a defensive 3-second violation. And some stats here, guys. The scoring breakdown for the Suns.
Something I've noticed is how aggressive they've been on driving the basketball. Time and time again, they've turned cracks in the defense into points.
And the other thing we've seen them do well tonight is draw fouls. Time and time again throughout this game, they've won trips to the line and converted.
Paul. That shot, no good. And Memphis the other way now. Jackson setting the pick here for Bane. The pass to Morant. And it's Brooks in the corner. And now the Suns, a fast break. Booker the pass to Paul. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this 4th quarter.
And dunking the ball is just second nature to Ayton. With the right positioning, he's a threat to throw it down.
Morant drives in.
And once he gets clear off the screen, there is no stopping him.
No, not when there's a flush waiting to happen.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
The kick out to Crowder. Booker dishes to Crowder. Paul outside. Feeds it to Ayton. Back to Paul. Nice ball movement by Phoenix. Bridges for 3. Booker outside. From deep 3-point range, an absolute bomb from 3-point range.
Difficult shot. There are only a handful of players in this league with Booker's range.
Morant looking around. Back to Adams. Out to Brooks. There's the 3. Out of bounds. Phoenix takes possession. We're in the final quarter of play here. 3 minutes in. Pass to Booker. And that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle and 2 shots coming up.
Such an active shooter. Love how Booker gets defenders to try and be physical with him.
Both free throws good from Booker. The Grizzlies trail by 17. Adams with the screen on Bridges. The 3 from Morant. Phoenix grabs the miss. Ayton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Paul outside. Dishes to Bridges. And he gets the bucket.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
Bain passes to Adams. Bain against Booker. Clock at 6. Passes it to Morant. Back to Jackson. They get a hand on it. Bridges with the steal.
And this is going to end in a lopsided victory. I love the tenacity and aggressiveness as well as the ability to close. You really got to give it up here for Phoenix.
A few times this season, turnovers have cost them, but they really kept the ball under control.
They were both focused and relentless.
The one player that really stands out, of course, in this one, it was a dazzling game for Chris Paul.
Ooh, he put on a clinic tonight. Terrific vision, sees the whole floor, and he hits guys in their spots with pinpoint dimes.
Adams sets the pick for Morant. Shot to stop the run. The Grizzlies with another miss. And so Booker will bring it up for the Phoenix Suns. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin in the game.
And when you are as good a shooter as he is, you have to have the confidence to take that shot. It might not always fall.
You know what another option is? Just give the ball up. Let someone else make a play.
Paul with the ball. On the wing, Bridges. Booker left side. Here's Ayton. And that falls.
And when you've got a big man who can shoot.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. And that'll do it.
Smack clowns with mad style.
Teams here that know a thing or two about ball movement, Grant.
Yeah, they really do. I mean, there's a great feel that these teams play with. Two of the smartest teams in the league. They focus on sharing the basketball and keeping everyone involved. This is a matchup for the purist.
So the opening lineup for the Timberwolves. Filling in the wings, Edwards and McDaniels. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's Russell in at the 1.
First team foul.
Here's Paul. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
The wily vet Paul able to score down low.
And here's Russell. Towns a screen on Paul. The 3 from Russell. And Aiden pulls it down.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Back to Paul. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws.
Second personal foul.
And last year's outcome, so unfortunate for Paul and the Phoenix Suns, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I mean, the best record in the league by 8 games. You know, it kind of seemed like Paul might finally get that ring. Just a heartbreaking loss for them against Dallas in Game 7.
Rivers is checked in for Russell. Pass to Towns. Now here's Gobert. Towns passes to Edwards. Here's Gobert. And they're going to count that bucket, and they'll send him to the line. It could be a 3-point play.
I love the ferocity from Gobert. Snagging that board and getting the putback, he wasn't going to be denied. Well, a big trade over the summer, bringing Rudy Gobert to the Wolves. And it's a bit of a fresh start for Gobert, a main star of this team that is loaded with talent, but needed that defensive angle.
Left side Paul. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul of the game.
And this kind of selflessness is great to see. Textbook positioning to draw the charge.
For Minnesota, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Edwards against Bridges. And Edwards, here we go. And Edwards slams it in.
He knew he had to take it up strong. David dunking on Goliath.
Here's Paul. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Paul's got 6 points.
Just taking it right to the rim, and no one was there to greet him.
Easy possessions like that literally are just a gift. You just dream of them. He'll gladly take those.
That one's good for 2.
And for Gobert, his offense continues to catch up with the elite defense. He's becoming a legitimate two-way threat.
Now here's Paul. He's got 6. Pass to Aiden. It's Bridges on the wing. Aiden, the screen on McDaniels. Crowder left side. Cuts off the pass. McDaniels with it. Now guarded by Aiden. Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
He's shaking the hoop. He's actually shaking the whole building.
Oh, what a slam. Look here, the fans going crazy right now. Now here's Booker. And stolen by Gobert. And here comes the break. For the finish. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
And this is why Gobert shoots a high percentage, because he looks to finish with strength inside.
Booker, pass to Bridges. Back to Booker. And Booker with the jam.
And despite the height disadvantage, oh my, he just attacks that interior.
Really unfazed. Throw his height right out the window there.
Now here's Towns. Towns double team. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
What a beast inside. When Towns gets in tight, he's almost a sure thing. And in trading for Rudy Gobert, the Timberwolves taking a Twin Towers approach with 2 7-footers in their front court. Of course, the outstanding shooting of Karl Anthony Towns means that spacing shouldn't be much of a concern.
And he makes it on the layup. Towns has gotten his second bucket.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Booker on the take. And Booker with the jam.
Chris Paul is always thinking pass first. He's so good at finding his teammates, especially when they're open.
Gobert with a screen on Bridges. Edwards. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Excellent tempo on the play, and he leads his teammate perfectly.
Now here's Paul. Defense is right there. Off with the layup. Pass to McDaniels. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
An awesome athlete. It's fun watching Gobert get up and hammer it down with force.
Booker with it. Towns covering. A nice shot by Booker. Booker's got 6.
Getting enough shots in close to play inside out.
Gobert with a screen on Bridges. Down low. And Gobert with the bucket on the assist from Edwards.
You have to love what Gobert is doing on the offensive end so far. Staying active and finding lots of ways to contribute.
Booker with it. And he drops in the layup off the glass. Give him 8.
He just makes it look so easy on offense. Like, who takes pleasure in torturing defenses? He does.
A free-flowing first quarter. Great scoring through 1.
And please give a big round of applause for your son,
And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And let's take a moment here to get your take, guys, on the scoring so far for Minnesota. On the court for the Timberwolves, second quarter underway. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. Austin Rivers out there with Edwards. And it's Prince in at the 3. Charge against Towns. Pass to Rivers. Clock is at 3. Towns, that's good.
Such an effective big man. Towns isn't just a post-up threat. He can hurt you off the catch.
And here's Ayton. Outside Booker. With the drive. And you can count it. He'll go to the line with a chance at a 3-point play.
Oh, unreal play to take on the contact and get it to go.
That free throw good from Booker.
What you have to admire about Devin Booker is how much he scores the rock, as well as all the different ways he's able to finish.
Here's Rivers. He's guarded by Paul. Over to the left wing. Towns passes to Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
And Booker is a guy you can lean on to help shoulder the offensive load, Richard.
Yeah, he's comfortable taking a lot of shots for his team. He's a volume shooter for a reason, because he understands how to score at an efficient clip, too.
And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
Pass to Šarić. The 3. And the Suns miss again. Minnesota in the lead. Here's Rivers. Well, no scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. Here's Prince. Fires from deep. They get the rebound. On the wing, Rivers. And stolen by Bridges. And now the Suns fast break. Outside Booker. Tipped away. Gobert with it. Now guarded by Ayton. Here's Prince to the paint. Here's Gobert. And Ayton pulls it down.
Had enough room to finish, and that's one he'll usually make.
Ayton with a screen. Out to Bridges. Ayton inside. Guarded by Edwards. And Minnesota calls time here. At an annual ritual, players finding out their ratings in NBA2K. All right, Richard, you were customarily happy with your rating, yes?
I didn't really care, but a part of my condition of working for 2K is they said that they will retroactively change my rating to 100. The first 100 player.
You deserve it, man. Some changes for Minnesota. Reeds checked in for Karl Anthony Towns. And Russell is subbed in for Rivers. And it's the Suns with the ball. 8-point game. Here's Booker, and the foul is called. He missed it, so he's got a couple of free throws coming his way. It's on Anthony Edwards.
And Booker is so active on offense, which really forces the D to act with aggression at times.
Already a terrific career for Booker. 3-time All-Star, and then last year he was named to the All-NBA first team. Just a big honor.
And stolen by Paul. And now the Suns, fast break. Booker, the pass to Aiden. Phoenix no good that time either. And with Booker, it's not just the scoring. Grant, he does a little bit of everything.
Hey, B.A., I mean, you go back and look at last season. He had career highs in rebounds, steals, blocks. I mean, he's learned how to affect the game, even when his shot isn't falling, which is rare.
1:49 left in the second quarter. Paul against Russell. And that one's good. Paul's got 8.
You know what he wants? He wants to attack, and then guess what? He wants to attack some more. This man was born to go to the rim.
Edwards, a pass to Gobert. Reed finds Gobert. Edwards with it. Shot clock at 5. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Oh, nothing soft about that.
Was not going to be denied. Just took the dunk that was right in front of him.
And that's his MOB physical. Get in position for the putback and throw it down. The defense got to know that's what he's looking to do.
The whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's his 3rd foul so far. 59 seconds left to play in the second quarter. Here's Booker. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact, and coach doesn't like the call at all. He's opting to use his challenge. He wants the officials to look at the replay.
And even with the coach's challenge in place, we've seen so
The previous play is under review.
Still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second look, so the officials can be sure they get.
After review, the ruling on the floor stands.
And they've made their decision. The call will stand.
And as much as it hurts to lose a challenge, I think coach would challenge that call again if he could. He really disagreed with the foul, and he's still peeved.
The Suns making a switch here. Johnson's checked in. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Forbes is checked in.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
That free throw good from Booker. Well, these Suns have had a successful past couple of seasons.
Yeah, I mean, they certainly know the greatness they're capable of. They can give you a lot of confidence out there on the floor, even against other elite teams.
Gobert with a screen on Paul. Pass to Forbes. Now Gobert. It's hauled in by Saric. Phoenix has gone 0 for 3 from deep to begin the second. There's a screen by Johnson. Paul passes to Johnson. And here's Saric. Back to Johnson. Just 5 to shoot. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Just outstanding distribution. This is the kind of team chemistry that you love to see.
If they take their time, this will be the final possession of the quarter.
Yeah, it's all about clock management with these situations. Let's see how that plays out.
Reed can't hit.
Gotta applaud the defensive effort. It's not easy to stop him getting in the lane like that.
Now a timeout called by Phoenix. Rudy Gobert really making a difference here.
Yeah, this guy is torching them. And so far, their defense hasn't responded.
ticks left in the first half. Here's Booker, takes it inside, and Booker throws it down.
He has no deficiencies. He has no flaws in his offensive game. Booker, he's capable of dropping 30 on any given night against any given player.
That'll count. And no good. Trying to get that one to fall. And so a close game as we wrap up the first half of play. The T-Wolves, thanks, Allie, after the break. We're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been a fairly even one. You look at Rudy Gobert in this game. He's been everywhere.
You just love his patience offensively in the first half. Waited until he got the looks he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
Johnson and Saric at the 4 and the 5. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. And it's Bridges in at the 3. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Suns.
And this is exactly how Russell does solid assist numbers. I mean, just great delivery on that play.
For 3, Booker. And he sinks it again. 7 of 7 from the field now.
He's been shooting with great consistency tonight. Love to see that confident play on offense.
All right, here's a tip for the defense in this one. Avoid sending Chris Paul to the line at all costs because he will punish you if you do.
And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. We'll have a jump ball. Here's Saric, guarded closely. Johnson passes to Booker, and Booker with the jam.
And with his skill, you kind of forget that Booker is 6'5" and can get to the rim with ease.
Well, when it comes to free throw shooting, Paul is one of the best in the league.
Well, in 2021, he was the best in the league, hitting 93% of his shots he took from the strike. You're simply better off letting him take the shot clean.
DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for the Suns. Crowder comes in for Johnson. The Timberwolves also with a sub. Nick Daniels is checked in for Forbes. Outside Russell. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his 3rd foul so far.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
Now here's Gobert. He's got 21. 5 on the clock. Goes back up. And so he draws the foul. Headed to the line to shoot a pair. Well, Richard, 17 years for you as a player. If you were to give some advice to someone starting their playing career right now, what do you think that would be?
Oh, it would always be get your routine down. Get your pregame routine. Get your summer routine. You got to figure out what it is that makes your game work. Because it's hard as you get older. NBA careers don't last very long. But if you put your routine, you put your game first, everything else will fall in line.
Nick Daniels, that's good.
In a tight game, they wanted to make sure of that possession.
The Suns trailing. Now Booker, he's got 21. Well, the Timberwolves struck gold by getting the #1 pick in the 2015 and 2020 NBA drafts.
You are so right, B.A. Selecting Karl Anthony Towns and Anthony Edwards, respectively. 2 important players that have already had a tremendous impact on this team. And the Phoenix Suns have been a completely different team since acquiring Chris Paul. He's the leader of this team, and he helps set the tone on both ends.
Russell, the pass to Gobert. Count it, and the foul. It goes on Chris Paul.
Incredible balance on that take. You gotta respect watching Gobert muscle his way through the defense.
Boy, the city of Phoenix really embracing Chris Paul as soon as he arrived.
Yeah, I mean, he's in the latter stages of his career now. But you would never know it based on how hard he plays every single night. He just makes everyone on this team so much better.
And that one's good. Ayton's got his first bucket in this one.
Unsurprisingly savvy pass by Booker, setting another guy up for success instead of forcing a shot.
Just over 2.5 minutes gone by in the second half.
And plays like that one can make the difference in a close game.
And it definitely got the bench on their feet, too.
And you can feel the jolt of energy that he sent through his team. That is a huge boost in a tight game like this.
Here's Gobert. Oh, and Gobert powers it home.
Ooh, that's a tough spot to be in as a defender. With that height disadvantage, it's very hard to protect the rim.
Crowder, that's good.
He can really stroke it from deep. You have to keep better tabs on him.
For Minnesota, they've gotten 5 of 7 attempts in the third quarter. Pass to Prince. Back to Russell. Here's Prince. Reed with it. Gobert with it. From the wing, and the shot clock expires. 24-second violation.
And this is the absolute wrong time to stop communicating. They have to get in sync.
Towns, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. The Suns have gone 4 of 4 in this third quarter. Perfect so far. Ayton, the screen on Russell. Out to Bridges for the lead. Rebound Minnesota. Gobert's got 11 rebounds in the game. Minnesota in the lead. And now we've got an intentional foul.
I mean, I'm just not sure what he was thinking right there. I mean, he needs to get his head in the game.
He's off on the first.
You know, last year was all about forward progress for the Timberwolves. Recording their second winning season since 2005. Getting on track for future success.
The Suns making a switch here. Saric checked in. Anthony Edwards is checked in for the Timberwolves. Outside for Booker. Over to the wing. Here's Ayton. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. Pass to Gobert. It's Edwards on the wing. Towns against Saric. And there's the call on Karl Anthony Towns. That's his first foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
Phoenix has gone 2 of 3 from outside so far in the third quarter. Ball against Russell. And Paul gets it to go. Paul's got 10 points in the game.
He knows now is the time to do what he does best. Go on attack. Get to the bucket and erase that lead.
Gobert no good. Towns against Paul. Here's Ayton. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Ayton's got his second basket.
Yeah, this is where Ayton's comfortable operating, using his height and array of inside moves to his advantage.
And Edwards slams it in. Here in the second half, these teams still neck and neck.
I really like how each team is matching the other's intensity.
Phoenix calls timeout. Just 4 seconds left to play in the third. And some nice defense there to end the quarter. And it's out of bounds. Still Phoenix's ball. With some arc. That takes us to the end of the third quarter. What a game. Neither team giving ground.
Ladies and gentlemen, your Suns.
And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
That wasn't a better pass in the game, almost like he had a sixth sense.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. On the court for Minnesota. The backcourt is Russell and Edwards. Towns plays the 4 with Gobert in the middle. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. Russell finds Gobert. Back to Russell. Pass to Gobert. Stolen by Booker. Stolen by Russell. Fast break, Minnesota. Here's Edwards. And a foul called on the way up. So he'll take 2 from the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the Timberwolves.
Taking 2 shots.
And both free throws good for Edwards.
What a job Monty Williams has done in his time with the Phoenix Suns. Hats off to the talent that he's been able to bring in and develop. And that's the way he's created a winning culture.
The three from Ayton. It's good. The assist that time from Paul. Paul's got 3 assists tonight.
Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play. So Edwards will go to the free throw line. It's going to be on DeAndre Ayton. Landale's checked in for the Suns. Boy, Richard, you really can't say enough about what Monty Williams has done with this Phoenix team.
Struggled in his first year, but we gave him a break for that. Immaculate seasons the last 2 years, becoming a Western Conference juggernaut.
Phoenix calls timeout. Crowder, he's checked in for Landale. All right, let's check in with Allie LaForce.
I was able to listen in on what Monty Williams was going over with his team. He went after his players about their poor defense in the paint, saying, quote, "You're showing no fight down there. You're letting them get any shot they want, and they're feasting on us. Show some toughness and push back, guys."
Thank you for that, Allie. Edwards against Bridges. Shot is good by Edwards. Edwards got 7 points for the quarter.
And this is just typical of him, always making an impact at crucial moments in the game.
And his team needs every bit of his production if they want to pull this one out. It is neck and neck here in the final period.
And for the Timberwolves, they're shooting 59% on this one, a good average. Russell, the pass to Towns. Drops in the layup for 2. And it's a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
Look at Towns asserting himself inside. He knows he can muscle his way to a shot anytime.
And here's Saric for 3. The rebound by the Timberwolves. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. Picked by Gobert. It's Edwards with a drive. And Edwards slams it in.
Filthy. I mean, just the arena is stunned.
He's got a deep bag of tricks to dig into. Paul with it. Towns covering. And he got the whistle on the way up. So he'll be headed to the line for a pair.
It's impressive what an enduring talent Chris Paul has been. A lot has changed around the league, but CP3 is still doing his thing and leading his guys to success.
Rivers is checked in for the Timberwolves.
In a tight game, he is exactly who you wanted at the line.
Edwards, a pass to Towns. And Gobert with the stuff.
And just an incredible effort on the offensive glass.
Wow, follows it up with the putback to finish the play. Such a wide open look.
This has been their game plan here in the final period. We'll see if it continues to work out.
I think when you've got it going from three-point range, you've got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
And Edwards slams it in.
Now that's how you use the screen right there.
And it leads to a thunderous finish. That was nice.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot. But when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better. You'll take it.
The defense there doing whatever they can to protect the rim.
Well, Booker is consistent from the free throw line, so he can absolutely get it all done here.
Yeah, they desperately needed those free throws, and he delivered. It's down to a one-possession game.
And the foul on Chris Paul. That's it for him. He's fouled out of the game.
They'll need to make some major adjustments to compensate for him fouling out with the game on the line.
Haynes checked in for Chris Paul. Good on the first, and that gives him a 4-point cushion. And so both free throws good, and it's a 5-point game.
Showing great confidence from the line. That makes this a 2-possession game.
Here's Booker. Edwards pulls it in. The Timberwolves shooting very well, 62% and going right at the defense. Pass to Rivers. The 3 is up. Out of bounds. It'll be Suns ball. It's time to take a glance again at that superb block.
What a play. I mean, that'll have the offense thinking twice about taking shots in his presence.
The Suns have gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in, struggling this fourth quarter. For 3, Booker. Minnesota with a rebound. Gobert's got 14. Yep, 14 rebounds for him tonight. Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
This is what he gives you night in and night out. Stellar production at the offensive end.
There's 57 seconds left in the game. And here's Booker. Clock at 6. From deep three-point range, Rudy Gobert with a rebound.
If you're looking for ways to help your team, that's last on the list.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not a good idea.
Edwards with it. Here's Towns, and it's powered home by Towns.
And just crashes the glass with effort and intensity. I mean, how do you box a guy out like Towns?
Here's Payne. And so it's Minnesota with the tally. Thank you as always. And that about wraps it up.
Smack clowns with mad style.
These guys are ready to go. So the Timberwolves win the tip. And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. The backcourt guards are Russell and Edwards. Underneath in the post, Towns and Gobert. And it's McDaniels at the 3, the small forward. And Karl Anthony Towns said he believes that he is the greatest big man shooter of all time. What do you think?
Well, Kev, I think a guy by the name of Dirk Nowitzki might have a thing or two to say about it, but I love Karl Anthony Towns' attitude. You have got to believe in your skills if you're going to have the kind of success that Cat has had in this league, and we know he is lethal from deep. Hard work pays off right there. Anthony Edwards finds himself in the paint and draws contact.
And Doris, quickness both of these teams possess should make this an interesting game. We could see a lot of transition play.
Neither of these teams is going to be under duress of the shot clock. I am curious to find out which team not only plays quickly, but does so without turning it over. That maximizes their possession. That team, I think, has a real shot of winning this basketball game. Boy, Rudy Gobert, usually the recipient.
Wow, hammering it in!
Yeah, that's fire right there. Morant practicing for the dunk contest. I see you, young fella.
And that one's good. Towns.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
But I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Morant after the made shot from Karl Anthony Towns. And John Morant with the 3. Morant's got 8 points.
Fantastic instincts there by Morant, sizing up the D and then just taking what he sees.
Stolen by Brooks. Adams outside. Here's Morant. Drives to the hoop, and he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
The explosiveness on the drive. Morant just attacks the D with aggression.
Both free throws good from Morant. The Timberwolves secured a spot in the playoffs last season, Greg, and we enjoyed it after they got that emotional win in the play-in game in the Twin Cities over the Clippers. What a night.
And, Kevin, you could tell it meant a lot to the players. This is a team that has struggled for so long, and by getting to the playoffs, this is a step in the right direction.
Now, here is Russell. Rudy Gobert missing his last shot. Over to the wing. Towns down low. Brooks covering. Towns with the bucket. Towns has got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
I'll tell you what, it's hard to stop Karl Anthony Towns when he's looking to score. He's got every trick at his arsenal.
Outside, Bane. Jackson setting the pick here for Bane. A 3-pointer is right on target.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Gobert with a screen for Russell. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Morant outside. Offensive rebound. In the corner, it's Bane. Outside, Jackson. Morant outside. 6 on the shot clock. A second chance effort. Good on the shot. Morant's got 12 in the game.
Have to respect Morant's activity on the offensive glass. Has an outstanding feel for when to go and attack the board.
Oh, give me a little sauce, Anthony Edwards. Rise high and finish over the defender.
Morant outside. Passes to Bane. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. First trip to the free throw line for him in this one. That free throw, no good. Rivers, he's checked in for Russell.
Desmond Bane, 2 shots.
And the second free throw, good. Timberwolves trail by 5. Gobert the pass to Rivers. And finished off by Rivers.
There is a sneaky athleticism when you're talking Austin Rivers. He goes to the cup with authority.
Jackson setting the pick here for Morant. With the shot out of bounds, Minnesota takes possession. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. I spoke briefly with Chris Finch. He talked to me about the importance of protecting the rim, challenging opponents at the top of the jump and making it difficult for them to convert easy baskets. But to have a chance of that, they have to expend energy getting back in transition, which will help close down those driving lanes. So guys, we'll see where their energy lies throughout this game.
All right, thank you, David. So it's the Grizzlies now, following the bucket by the Timberwolves. Payne for three. Looking for Adams. He gets it there. A three from Morant. It's not going to go for him. And Minnesota will come the other way. Towns, no luck. Memphis leading. Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Jackson kicks to Morant. And Memphis with another turnover here. 12 seconds left in the first quarter. Edwards dishes to Rivers. Here's Gobert. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. Ja Morant has been leading the charge, guys. And it's been a pretty even game here after 1 quarter of play. And for Memphis, guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
They set a physical tone in the first, and that really showed on the backboard.
I think it's why they hold the lead here early, because they're controlling the flow of the game with those second chance opportunities.
At the forward spots, it's Brooks and Jackson Jr. In at the guard spots, Morant and Bane. And it's Adams in at center. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. And something you always hear about Jaden McDaniels, Doris, is how effortless he makes the game look.
Kev, when I watch this guy play, I feel like he glides through an NBA game. There's a finesse that you don't necessarily see from players his size. He's a handful on the low block. This young man is brimming with potential.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Now here's Morant. 15 points in the game.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
Right, he stays connected, and great timing on the contest.
Here's Towns. 6 points for him. And finished off by Edwards.
Man, that's strength and concentration from Anthony Edwards. Yes, there's contact. Doesn't bother him.
Morant surveying the D. Brooks with no one around. Misses the three. Minnesota in the lead. And Edwards with the stuff.
Well, you can see Anthony Edwards trying to probe and create an opportunity to get off the dribble drive, sees that window and exploits it.
On the wing, Brooks. Pass to Adams. In the corner, it's Bane. Driving in. Back to Adams. Brooks outside. 4 on the shot clock. Here's Morant. And rejection by McDaniel. And so Edwards will bring it up for Minnesota. In the second quarter, they've given up just 3 points. And the rejection by Jackson. And that one's good. Towns.
Two things there, guys, to get to that offensive rebound put back by Karl Anthony Towns. Instincts and positioning, both in play.
Now, here's Bane. Adams in the high post. Back to Bane. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert down low. Jackson on him. No one near Edwards as he lets it fly. Traps in the tray. Edwards got the lead up to 8 now for the Timberwolves. So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
It's tough to hide your communications. Teams go to great lengths to try to do it, but sometimes to no avail.
Prince is checked in for the Timberwolves. Well, we know the NBA has worked to get rid of the hard foul doors, and the league has done a great job of doing that. What has contributed, though, to that line of thinking?
Well, I think any play can be reviewed, Kevin, and that's a good thing, because if it's a non-basketball play, then you open yourself up to a flagrant 2. The punishment is significant enough to discourage the action. I love the rule changes as it relates to this particular infraction.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Garza's checked in.
And you watch Taurean Prince and how valuable he is to his team for a couple of reasons. Number one, he doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He defends at a high level, and he can really stretch the floor.
Now here's Adams. No points in the game yet for him. That will not get it done. He's 0 for 2. Edwards with it. He's picked up by Brooks. Prince wide open. Off target from outside. The Grizzlies trail by 10. Morant passes to Bing. Back to Morant. Jackson a screen on Rivers. Morant with a wide open look. It's good, and it's his 6th make against 11 attempts.
Well, Morant is certainly making his presence felt on offense. He's in total attack mode.
There's the pass to Edwards. Here's the screen, and the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That's foul number 2 for him.
And really just a great play to sacrifice his body and take the charge.
Memphis has gone 1 of 4 from three-point range in the second. Not a whole lot dropping out there for them. Morant against Rivers. Here's Jackson, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And this is where Jackson feasts. And at times, he's just too overwhelming for the D, which results in the foul.
And good on the second, so he makes them both. There's 38 seconds left in the first half. Prince in the corner. To the paint. Here's Gobert. Back to Prince. Down low. And finished off by Gobert.
Wow, why lay it in when you can send an emphatic message? Rudy Gobert on the dunk.
So timeout called here. The first for Memphis. So Memphis ends up going with the new group. The Grizzlies trail by 8. Jones looking for an opening. The Grizzlies keeping it alive with a new 14. And that one's good. Green.
Well, this is the go-to shot for Danny Green. So good in his pre-shot preparation and catch and shoot.
Edwards kicks to Gobert. Here's Garza, and he uses the glass on the layup. Garza's got his first 2 points of the night.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
And so it's the Minnesota. All right, David, thank you. We hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. We're halfway through the game. Guys, Ja Morant has been sensational.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on him from deep here. You talk about dialed in.
Well, the break certainly didn't have a cooling effect on him at all. He's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Gobert. Austin Rivers is out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Taurean Prince. And it's Garza in at the power forward position.
Let's remember, Anthony Edwards is 6'5" with a 6'9" wingspan. Those long arms, very difficult to deal with defensively. Draws the contact there.
And Edwards drops them both. The Grizzlies trail by 9.
And one of the biggest stories of the summer was Rudy Gobert being traded. Gets a fresh start with the Timberwolves.
Jones, no one around him. A three-pointer, no good.
He couldn't believe how open he was. He just couldn't convert it.
Here's Garza. Played in with a nice touch off the glass. Garza's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
To me, this has simply stated been a complete lack of defensive attention and focus all night long.
Now Prince. Following Tyus Jones' three-point attempt. Here in this third quarter, just over a minute play. And again, Memphis no good.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Pass to Garza. It's Rivers on the wing. Beyond the arc. Aldama with the rebound. The Grizzlies trail by 11. Stolen. Here we go, all alone. Here's Garza. The big dunk at the end of the break.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
At the end of the day, though, it's 2 points. Don't hang your heads. Let's get refocused and play with more patience.
And the pass to Green. And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now.
Well, Danny Green excels at recognizing when his teammates have open looks and putting it on the money. Nicely done.
Edwards looking it over. Pass to Garza. It's stolen by Green. And they're moving it up. Clark sets a screen for Jones. Dishes to Clark. And the basket is good. Clark's got it back down to within single digits for the Grizzlies.
You got to know this is Clark's skill set at this stage of his career. He takes quality shots when he's inside.
Garza no good. For Memphis, they've gone 2 of 7 from the field in the third. That leaves room for improvements here. On the wing, Green. Outside, Jones. 6 to shoot. From 11 feet away. No good that time. And Minnesota now the other way. Here's Edwards. And finished off by Edwards.
I think his teammates understand that Anthony Edwards has every aspect of his offensive game working, so let's make sure he's got the basketball.
The Timberwolves have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6. No good on the free throw. And he's good on the second.
Boy, young talents like Anthony Edwards, so exciting to watch. You know, you've got to adapt to the NBA and continue to grow and reach your potential. But there's this infectious joy and a great smile that he plays with.
First personal foul. First team foul.
In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock. Morant passes to Adams. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
As physical a player as there is in the entire NBA, Steven Adams putting the defense in a tough spot.
So neither attempt will fall that time for him. Timberwolves leading by 12. And here's Edwards from the arc. Count that is his 7th field goal in 9 tries. He's shooting 78%.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
One thing I enjoy is watching players who don't pay attention to the score. You lock in on the moment and play the right way.
2 open that time. Made it look too easy. Garza's got 7 points here in this quarter.
Well, Anthony Edwards plays with joy, and you love to see him get his teammates involved. Pretty pass.
And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
You know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that. That's your only option.
And breaking down some numbers here, the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They're looking to attack and transition every time down the floor, just wearing the defense thin at this point.
I think it's also important we have to acknowledge how many scoring opportunities they've created from their spectacular defense, getting a bunch of points off turnovers.
He takes it in, and Morant throws it down.
just as quick as anyone in this league. Morant can seemingly get to the hole at will.
Edwards with it. Guarded now by Jackson. Here's Garza. Gobert. Rebounded by Jackson.
Boy, 9 times out of 10, that's going in. I'm sure he surprised himself with the miss.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That's his first foul.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
Bain against Edwards. Into the lane. Here's Garza. Drills the three-pointer. Garza's got 12 points in the game.
You know, we talk all the time about how important it is to have bigs who can stretch the floor. An example there.
Anthony Edwards had... And let's go back to a terrific pass that we're calling tonight our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feet. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may be already out of hand. The wingmen are Bain and Brooks. Adams is the pivot for him with Jackson Jr. at the 4. And it's Morant in at the point guard position. That's the lineup in the game for Memphis.
How about the authority from Morant? The way he was running, you knew he was aiming to shatter the rim.
Memphis moving it around. Jackson passes to Morant. And then Morant slams it in.
A solid distributor. I think Jackson is gifted at reading defenses and then being able to spot the open teammate.
Now here's Edwards. Pass to Garza. It's Prince on the wing. Shot clock at 5. Fires from 18. Garza no good.
I think this is a spot he has got to become more consistent from if you want to command the defender's respect.
Here's Morant. The lead now in single digits.
Just superior focus from Morant. His determination is what allows him to convert through contact.
Minnesota calls timeout.
They're trying to stem the tide here.
Yeah, this is why you hate to lose momentum. It can be hard to get it back.
And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. He said, I want us to play as though we're behind. We're good when we play with urgency. We're bad when we become complacent. Don't become complacent. Let's go. Guys?
Thank you, David. The Timberwolves making a switch here. Shoots the 3. It's good from long range.
As important as spacing is in today's game, point guards must have the deep shot as part of their arsenal. D'Angelo Russell, nicely done.
An extremely efficient and productive game for him, but again, he's not going to be able to do it all by himself.
Russell with it. Outside, Towns. And another 3 for Minnesota.
This is what your offense is designed to do. Get Karl Anthony Towns something in rhythm.
Morant outside. He dishes it to Jackson. Pass to Bain. From outside the arc. Feeds it to Jackson. Here's Morant. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on John Morant. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Yeah, that's the way you play defense. Anticipated the hop step, beat him to the spot, and able to get the call.
Minnesota making a switch here. Garza's checked in. Now here's McDaniel. Hands it from downtown. Edwards got 11 points here in just the second half.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
Well, that's the whole point, isn't it? If you space the floor well enough, it's almost impossible for the defense to account for everyone.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Dylan Brooks. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
For those just joining us, fourth quarter here. We're just over 2.5 minutes into it. Here's Garza, guarded by Jackson.
And superb job by Morant there, making sure to contest without fouling. That's how you play defense.
And Adams, no good on that one.
At the line for your Grizzlies, Steven Adams. Shooting one.
And it's Jackson with the ball, bringing it up for the Memphis Grizzlies. The three from Morant. It's rebounded by Towns. Minnesota leading by 13. And it's Desmond Bane with the foul. That's his first foul.
Second team foul.
Here's Garza. Adams defending. Offensive rebound. McDaniels passes to Garza. Tries again. And Adams sends it back.
Length and strength and intimidation. Steven Adams sends it back.
And those are the kinds of plays that are just killing them right now.
The Grizzlies trail by 15. Morant drives in. Adams dishes to Brooks. Bane for three. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Garza's got his fourth rebound in this one.
And so just rolling to the finish line now in what has been a very confident-looking performance for the Timberwolves.
The differential in assists led to a lot of open looks, and it also helped to get more guys involved in the offense easy.
And they made the defense adjust, but they...
Yeah, I'm amazed at Morant's ability to take contact and still stay in full control.
Russell passes to Towns. Here's Garza. Adams, some nice D. Now the Grizzlies with it. Down by 15. Here's Morant. And finished off by Morant.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
13 foul.
Oh, and they get in the way of the alley-oop. Not to be. Good play defensively.
The D feels like it's everywhere, and that pass should not have been made.
There's Russell with the three. Drains the three-pointer. And the Timberwolves lead by 16.
Well, they knew it would be a hostile environment, and they rose to the challenge.
And sometimes when everyone's rooting against you, it seems to bring the unit closer together. It certainly did tonight.
Grizzlies foul. John Morant. His third personal foul. 13 foul.
First free throw is good.
Jaden McDaniel at the line for two.
And he makes both free throws. Morant outside. Outside Jackson. This one for three. Rebound Minnesota. Here's Towns. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
Boy, you can see the work Karl Anthony Towns put in on that handle. That was special.
From deep. No good. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. This one was over well before the final buzzer. The fans were...
Smack clowns with mad style.
squads that really move the ball well and share the load offensively, Brent?
Well, we got some great playmakers out here, BA, so it's a multitude of guys who are going to be able to survey the floor, maybe make that backdoor play or that lob pass to the rim. That's going to be a lot of fun.
So let's take a look at the Phoenix Suns starting lineup. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt. Crowder and Ayton the bigs. And it's Bridges in at the small forward position.
In the paint, Morant stays nimble, and that allows him to make any needed adjustment to his shot.
Here's Paul. Pass to Crowder. Outside Booker. On the take. And Booker with the jam.
Woo! Not a lot of resistance from the D.
That's the last guy you want to leave open.
Well, not that wide open. You're given a juicy gift by the defense. You got to sink your teeth into it.
Morant with the bucket.
I mean, just an agile move by Morant down low, working around the contact and getting it to go.
A unique talent. Ja Morant has taken the NBA by storm. Brent, does Ja remind you of anyone?
Well, many people, including Paul George, have compared Ja to a young D. Rose. Yet each explosive athletes at the one position. Well, Ja and Rose leading their teams at a young age as well.
Now here's Paul. Pass to Ayton. Back to Paul. Now Booker. Up top, Ayton. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker.
He's a pretty high percentage shooter from there. Ayton's size and touch. It's a pretty tough combo to go against.
Jackson with a screen on Bridges. Bain against Booker. Here's Adams. And a nice finish on the layup.
Attacking in the painted area. Clearly that was their game plan coming in.
From deep. Booker can't get it to go. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Bridges against Morant. Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
So explosive coming off the screen. Morant is sudden and deadly.
Booker, the pass to Crowder. Back to Booker. Crowder with a screen. Bridges outside. 6 on the shot clock. Pass to Ayton. Adams grabs the miss.
I don't think the defense does enough out there to bother him. I think that one's all on him. Just a flat-out miss.
Morant, the pass to Bain. Kicks it out to Jackson. Morant against Bridges. Out to the right wing. Here's Adams. And Ayton pulls it down. The Suns trailing.
Man, such a heartbreak last year as the Phoenix Suns had the opportunity to return to the finals, and it just felt like they were destined to get back there. It was their most wins in a season in franchise history, and it just didn't play out that way.
Now here's Booker. Back to Crowder. Lets the three fly. Counted from distance.
And the defense has to bottle him up before Jay Crowder gets it going.
Jackson outside. Bain with it. Now guarded by Ayton. And we've got 1:18 left in the first quarter here. Crowder outside. Pass to Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
And Jay Crowder moving it to the open man.
The Suns' regular season dominance last year speaks to this team's strength.
Oh, yeah, they are so tight between the connection of the coaching staff and their point guard and CP3. These guys have talent. They've been through the ups and downs. They know what it takes to get to the top of the mountain. And make no mistake, this Phoenix team is playing to win it.
And there's Paul. That one's good on the assist by Bridges. And it's a tie ball game. To the middle. Here's Adams. Kicks it out to Jackson. This one for 3. The rebound by Bridges.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Pass to Crowder. Back to Paul. Crowder outside. Now Paul. To the inside. The bank shot, no good. Outside Morant. Jackson with a screen on Ayton. And here's Morant outside. The rebound by Devin Booker. Driving in. And it's good. Fought through contact. Hit the shot and will go to the line.
You got to love Devin Booker and the way he just competes no matter what the score is and no matter where the team is sitting in the standing.
1 quarter in the books, and it's been a close one. The Suns on. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going so far for the Suns.
Ever since this game started, they've been attacking on the inside, looking for ways to bust up the defense and get high percentage looks.
So much good energy and flow tonight, and that has really come out of great ball movement. Guys have been open, and as soon as they get the ball.
Payne and Brooks out on the wing. Inside, it's the pair of Jackson Jr. and Adams. And it's Morant in at point. That's the group for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Morant and the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend. Yeah, and we hear this a lot about the Grizzlies, but it bears repeating. There's probably no team in the NBA that has more reason for optimism than Memphis.
The kick out to Paul. The three is up. Drops in the three. Paul's got 5 points in the quarter.
And good tempo on that play as Chris Paul was in place for that jumper.
Morant finds Adams. Kicks it out to Jackson. The three from Payne. Connects from downtown. Payne's got his first 3 points of the game. You know, I think about all the optimism surrounding the Grizzlies. The rest of the NBA has been put on notice.
The NBA, and they should be. This team should be a contender for years to come. If the front office makes the right moves, which they have in the last few years, they could be hanging up some banners very soon. Just great offense. The screen freeing him up for the slam.
Hey, without that screen, he doesn't get a clean look at the rim.
Yeah, why settle for the layup when you can attack the rim and rise up like that?
They get it again. Outside for Morant. Adams a screen. Fires the three. And again, it's Memphis with a three.
Morant doesn't need the three-point shot to be effective. There's so much more to his game, but when it's dropping, he's lethal.
Ayton, a screen on Morant. Paul passes to Ayton. Played it in with a nice touch off the window. Ayton's got 6.
And once more this half, they find a way to get great position inside.
Jackson the screen. Jackson on the wing. Wide open. And another basket for Memphis.
That jumper is pure. Jackson with great touch for a big man. Set him up, let him knock him down.
Paul with it. Jackson in his pocket. And here's Crowder from the arc. Out of bounds. It'll be Memphis's ball. Graham's a shooter's league, and we're seeing more and more big men float out to the perimeter and knocking them down.
Well, B.A., the game has evolved, and the shooting, particularly from the bigs, is fantastic. But, you know, I wish the bigs had a little bit more diversity. I don't mind shooting from the perimeter, but every once in a while, go mix it up and take advantage of your size mismatch in the paint.
Paul passes to Ayton. Bridges outside. Outside Booker. Drives to the hoop. Uses the glass on the layup. He's got 9.
And athletic play right there. Devin Booker on the inside.
Bridges against Morant. Inside. Stolen by Ayton. Left side Booker. The shot misses. Morant with a defensive effort. The Grizzlies have gotten 5 of their first 6 attempts to fall in the second.
Well, DeAndre Ayton was so valuable in that 2021 playoff run for the Suns. Shot over 65% the entire postseason on their way to that NBA Finals appearance.
Memphis has gone 4 of 9 so far from the perimeter. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
Well, at least the D was going for it, but he got to the ball just a moment late.
And in the second quarter, a little under 3.5 minutes played already. Pass to Aiden. Three-pointer. Can't get it to drop. And Memphis taking it the other way now. And the former 1-1, the first overall draft pick. Aiden, he's just a different matchup.
That size, VA, and that great touch around the rim. He runs the floor. He's a big presence down there. You just don't see a ton of centers like him around this league, like you once did in the 80s and early 90s. Aiden's game presents a pretty hefty matchup issue.
Down low. And Crowder with the jam.
Booker more and more becoming a double threat, not just to score the ball, but starting to realize he can set up his teammates.
Jackson with a screen on Booker. Payne, the pass to Jackson. Here's Morant. There's the drive. Oh, he powers right. And they're not happy with the call here. Coach has given the signal. He's going to use his challenge. Probably a good idea in such a close contest.
And even with the coaches, so many of these personal foul calls still disputed even after the video review.
There's no doubt there's going to be a gray area in a lot of these calls. But at least we have the option to take a second.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So they see clear evidence of a bad call, and they're going to overturn it. Probably the right decision.
And give credit to the officials for recognizing the mistake and correcting it. Nobody likes to say they got it wrong, but they fixed it in a hurry.
Phoenix has gone 1 for 3 from downtown here in the second. Paul passes to Aiden, and it's blocked by Clark. Outside Morant. And we've got 28 seconds left in the second.
Come on, this kid is electric. Morant draws a lot of fouls with the way he plays.
The free throw drops for Morant, and the Suns going with a whole new group out there. And Morant drops them both. The Suns trailing. Outside Payne. And stolen by Morant.
The smart play. Wait and take the final shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Plays with so much confidence. When Morant gets in the zone, he stays aggressive.
Phoenix calls timeout.
They're just giving away a run right now. The question is, can they stop the tide?
Hard to say right now. At this point, I've seen the coaches run through 2 or 3 iterations of defense. Is there a fourth? I'm not sure.
Jones against Paul. Pass to Saric. Outside for Booker. Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight.
That's the end of the first half. At the score, your Grizzlies 23, the Suns 27.
And as we get into this third quarter, as we've seen so far, neither team able to create much separation on the scoreboard. Oh, a fantastic game from Ja Morant in this one.
His whole first half looked like a highlight reel, rising up and just owning the rim.
Yeah, the defense has got to be a little bit embarrassed. There is no reason why he should just be on top of that rim.
And so, in the game for Phoenix, Johnson and Saric at the 4 and the 5. The deadly pair of Paul and Booker are the backcourt, and it's Bridges in at small forward.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
It seems like they're going to find out who can make the deepest threes. Right now, it's a shootout.
Up top, Booker. Outside, Paul. Saric a screen on Jones. Here's Paul. Lays it up and banks it in. Paul's got 9.
Chris Paul not afraid to go inside, play amongst the trees, and still find a way to score. But what do you say about CP3 other than this guy is an all-timer? When you think about guys down the stretch who have run your offense, CP3 has to be mentioned up there.
Johnson a screen on Jones. The kick out to Johnson. Clark on the double. Pass to Saric. Bridges left side. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's blocked by Clark. Here's Jones. He's got 6. To the inside. Here's Aldama from about 16. They grab their own miss. Takes a 3. It's hauled in by Saric. Phoenix has gone 3 of 6 from deep so far. Booker with it. He's picked up by Jones.
Booker with quickness in transition. A guy with that kind of shot getting loose out in the break, that could be trouble.
As for CP, seems irreplaceable with each team he's been on.
Well, he does so much for a team in terms of just keeping accountability from the coach's voice to his. Not only does he perform at the highest level on the floor, there's a lot of things that CP3 brings off the floor that really help teach guys what being a pro is all about.
Clark, no good. The Suns have gotten 3 of 4 shots to fall so far in the third. Here's Booker, and Booker with the jam.
And there's not a thing you can do against Devin Booker when he's heating up like this.
To the middle. Here's Aldama. And it's Phoenix with the rebound.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Saric, the pass to Johnson. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And Saric, just one of those European players that comes over with the fundamentals. Beautiful play there. After taking Cam Johnson 10th in the 2019 draft, the Timberwolves promptly sent him and Saric to the Suns in exchange for Jarrett Culver.
Pass to Jones. Clark with it. Green for 3. He's off on that one. It's Booker on the wing. 13 points in the game for 3. Bridges. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Booker's got 4 assists in the game. Well, remember, the Suns received heavy criticism for acquiring Johnson in that draft day trade.
BA, I don't know that it was about the players so much as how old Cam Johnson was and Phoenix maybe trying to explore an upside guy with that high of a pick. Well, feels like the GM knew what he was doing. Cam Johnson's been a huge addition to this team, and his shooting has been remarkable.
Johnson with it. He's picked up by Jones. They are looking really strong offensively.
Yeah, just terrific momentum. Let's see if they can keep it up.
Ball against Jones. Pass to Bridges. Now here's Saric. Tight defense on him. No good on the shot. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
All right, now a timeout called by Memphis. A line change here for Memphis. And so it's Memphis with it. It's a 3-point game. Here's Morant with the drive. Oh, that was pure. He's got another one. Now 10 for 12.
The quick feed of Morant. He's so dangerous when he's cutting to the rim.
Johnson passes to Paul. There's the screen by Johnson. Paul into the lane from the arc. And Johnson gets it to go on the assist from Paul. Johnson's got 9 points now in the second half. Adams with a screen on Bridges. From deep, Morant. Memphis the rebound. Jackson outside. Pass to Morant. Jackson the screen. Morant with it. And Johnson picks him up defensively. Shot clock at 3. Morant finds Jackson. Offensive rebound. Brooks from outside gets the three ball to go. Brooks has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for three.
Well, Steven Adams has more skills than just being a screen setter out there, showing them off there.
Drills it from deep. And the Suns lead by 4.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Well, both of them looking towards the three-point line. And I like to see that, especially when the results are made buckets.
Credit the plays they're calling for. Getting him right now some good shots.
Phoenix calls timeout. Just 3 on the clock. That shot off the mark. And the game's still closely contested as we end the third quarter. Suns ahead. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And I'll tell you what, this was a no-brainer tonight. Take a look at the precision on this feed. Couldn't place it any better.
Well, there's a way to break down the defense with the handle, but you can do it with the pass. Prime example of that right there.
Well, this has been a great contest so far. I imagine the fourth quarter could have more action in store for us. Morant and Bain in the backcourt together. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. And it's Adams in at the 5. That's the lineup out there for the Grizzlies.
Cool, calm, and collected at a critical juncture in this game.
Crowder, a screen on Bain. Crowder outside. Fires from deep. That one's good. Give the assist to Booker. Booker's got 5 assists tonight.
Crowder not hesitating on the offensive end.
Outside Bain. Outside Morant. Jackson with a screen on Booker. From deep, Morant. Bain finds Brooks. Three-pointer off the mark. The Suns leading. Right side, Paul. Inside, it's Bridges on the wing. That's tipped and stolen by Morant. On the wing, Brooks. He's guarded by Paul. And it's Brooks missing. Phoenix has gotten 21 points so far from three-point land. They're 7 of 10. Paul with it. Jackson in his pocket. And the foul on Chris Paul. That's his first foul.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
And what a phenomenal replay of that impressive rejection.
Oh, my, and that was textbook defense. Positioning himself well to send it back.
Morant, the pass to Adams. There's Jackson with the 3. The offensive rebound. There's the 3. Outside Bain. Fires for 3. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. Crowder against Brooks. Puts up a 3. Ooh, the Grizzlies with another miss.
He's not the guy that you want to give a wide open look from three-point range. They're lucky that that one doesn't cost them.
To the paint. The ball's knocked loose. Oh, Brooks with the steal. And up the court come the Grizzlies on the break. Here's Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson. And neither side able to take control of this game.
Yeah, at this rate, it's going to come down to a photo finish.
Pass to Aiden. Count it, and 1. He'll have a chance in the three-point play. It's on Desmond Bain.
How about that? Ayton showing why he was picked first overall. That's a reason. And he's the one person that the coaching staff and the teammates love to see at the line in a tight ball game. You can pretty much bank on these.
Here's Morant outside for Brooks. And a great assist by Morant as that one goes. Morant's got his 3rd assist of the night.
We've watched Morant get so good at this. Instinctively spots the opening and feeds a really good shooter.
Crowder, the pass to Booker. Crowder, a screen on Jackson. Back to Crowder. He can't hit that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Outside Morant. Adams a screen. Jackson outside. Outside Morant. 5 on the clock. to Morant. 4-3. And Ayton pulls it down. Ayton's got 7 rebounds in the game. Ball against Bane. And it's Bane with the rebound.
That's the only kind of defense that's going to cut the mustard here tonight. You got to stay on top of a guy like that who can play at such a high level offensively.
Oh, got a piece of it. Outside Booker. Crowder with a screen. Now Morant. There's 53 seconds left in the fourth. Drives to the hoop. Pass to Adams. Now here's Morant from deep three-point range. Second chance effort. To the inside. Jackson. And another shot. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting.
Yeah, and you never want to let shots at the rim go uncontested.
He gets the first, and that'll put him up 2. Second one is good, getting both at the line, and it's a 3-point game.
That last one was a difference maker. It pushed it from a 2-point lead to 3.
Now 5 seconds separating the shot clock from the game clock. Ayton passes to Bridges. On the wing, Crowder. Stolen by Jackson. Outside Morant. Brooks outside. Left side Bane. And so the big win by Memphis in a tight game. What a performance they had.
I smack clowns with mad style.
the assist, Clark. You've come to the right place.
Tell you what, Kevin, both of these teams really emphasize player movement, ball movement, and getting everybody involved, touches and shots. It makes them very unpredictable and really keeps the defense off balance.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. Up and forward, they'll have Bridges and Crowder. And it's Ayton in at the center, filling out the middle. And so it's the Suns getting on the board first. It's the three-point bomb.
Man, what a nice read. Exquisite, perfect timing by D'Angelo off the pick and roll.
Ayton, the screen. No one near him. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Towns sets the pick for Russell. And it's off from three-point range. And it's Phoenix's ball.
And now in the final year of his contract, D'Angelo Russell trying to get back to that all-star level and the promise that got him that last 4-year deal. And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
And after a lackluster performance in last year's playoff, Russell has some making up to do.
Yeah, and the efficiency has been a problem. If you're a player whose primary value is at the offensive end, you can't just be a volume scorer.
The Suns have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Booker the pass to Ayton. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in.
Sweet find there by Booker. All eyes on him with the ball, and Devin understands that. That has a nice feel for giving up the rock.
Now here's McDaniel. The pass to Gobert, and the shot is good.
Cashing in on the interior, making it look all too easy.
Suns have gone 4 of 4 to start, so a nice offensive rhythm to start here. Paul kicks to Ayton. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Edwards leading the charge.
Boy, Edwards doing a nice job excelling in transition. Has a really good understanding of how to fill the lane and get where he needs to be.
Here's Paul. Gobert pulls it in.
And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Towns, a screen on Booker. Outside, Towns. Towns is doubled. And the rejection by Ayton.
And using that wide reach to reject shots. Ayton can't afford to throw up weak stuff around the big fella.
And the whistle blows as the basket counts, and a three-point play chance right here. One free throw coming up. And a look at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Suns.
And they've set the tone from the jump. They're looking to pound it inside and score in the paint.
Cultivating a lot of assists right now, which is beautiful to see. Love the way they're working that ball around.
Now, here is Russell. And stolen by Ayton. Russell against Booker. Crowder the screen. And the dunk by Booker.
And there he goes, Booker, showing off the vert.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Trailing by 4.
You know, when it comes to the Minnesota Timberwolves, for so long, they've struggled to be competitive. But recently, I think they've started to turn things around. I mean, they've got a nice core. They got a taste of the playoffs recently, and now look to build on that.
And here is Paul. After Anthony Edwards made that last three-pointer. Here's Ayton. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Ayton's got his 3rd bucket of the night.
You know, not every player can make that kind of a pass. I mean, Paul makes it look easy, but it takes really tremendous vision and timing to execute that.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
Yeah, yeah, completely a brain fade. I don't know where that came from. Just lost sense of time and the situation.
Sharks checked in for the Suns.
And, you know, you give Edwards credit for making the right decision there, feeding his teammate. Smart, good basketball.
Here's Ayton. Gobert with the block, and he's able to get it back. And that one's good, Ayton. Timberwolves trail by 3. Edwards kicks to McDaniels. And finished off by Edwards.
Oh, doctor. Oh, my goodness, Anthony Edwards. Throwing it down with force. Get this guy in the dunk contest.
Ayton. And he makes good on the layup. Ayton's got 10 points.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
Yeah, and, you know, when Edwards is aggressive, I think it forces defenders to try to get physical back. And when he's close to the rim, he usually is able to draw the foul as a result.
Austin Rivers, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. 35 seconds left to play here in the first. Ayton a screen on Rivers. Ayton at the elbow. Booker in the corner. It's stolen by Gobert. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Anthony Edwards. That is his first foul of the game.
Oh, great defense there. Anticipated the play and got there first.
And not afraid to put his body on the line either. He took a shot for the team in that situation.
And here's Booker. He has 5. Ball's knocked loose. Towns with the steal. And now the fast break. Edwards with the ball. And there's the call on Dario Saric. That's his first foul of the game, and the bonus will go to the free throw line. And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
And taking a look back at his performance at the line a year ago, rock solid, 79%. Listen, there's no doubt he feels like they should have the lead, but that miss will keep it all tied up.
And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, you know, some might say, hey, can
The previous play is under review.
You just never know.
Yeah, anything can happen. I mean, they want to get the call right, and the league is taking steps to speed the process with the Replay Review Center in Secaucus queuing up the footage for the officials.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
And the call is going to be overturned. The second look shows that he did, in fact. Anthony Edwards has been leading the charge for the Minnesota Timberwolves. He got to double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We come back right after this. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And let's get your take, guys, on the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
They're really mucking things up for the opposition, racking up steal after steal, just not letting them develop any kind of offensive rhythm.
And, you know, another thing that's been working for them tonight, scoring off turnovers, points off miscues. They've been converting any mistakes at the other end.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Front court spots are filled by Bridges and Saric. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the 5. Paul's shot is off. Timberwolves leading by 3. Towns down low. He's against Bridges. A nice shot by McDaniels. Or just a few years ago, we saw a lot of teams toying with small ball lineups. But I think you'd agree, unquestionably, big men are back.
You know, Kevin, I would agree, because simply when you look at it, there are a lot of really high-quality big guys that can do it inside and out. And so going small is a less frequent approach at this point, and it's one that poses a lot of challenges in my mind. Boy, how about the strength of Edwards, confident in taking on defenders and finishing.
And the dunk by Booker.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative, and make something happen.
Outside Edwards. Pass to McDaniels. 5 to shoot. Those 3-pointers off the mark. Suns trail by 6. And a deep 3 from Booker. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. Minnesota's gone 2 of 3 when they've stepped beyond the arc in the second quarter. Rivers kicks to Gobert. Out to Edwards. Bridges with the steal. Pass to Ayton. Plays it up and banks it in. And now just a 4-point Timberwolves lead.
And the all-around offensive game Ayton has is just fantastic, capable of scoring in many different ways.
Out to Edwards. Yes, once again, he remains perfect. 6 attempts and 6 hits.
And despite the size disadvantage, attacking the heart of that defense.
You know what, guys, honestly, I didn't think he'd win that battle. I mean, that's a lot of height to give up.
Booker with a deep 3. Rudy Gobert with the rebound.
He missed that one, but I've seen him drill shots from that distance in warm-up.
Well, that looked to me, guys, like a heat check. And it was maybe a step out of his range.
On the wing, Booker. McDaniels defended. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Booker. And we got to take a second look to admire that outstanding block.
Sharp instincts on D there. Just timing when to rise up and swat that one away.
Minnesota leading by 9. Now here's Gobert. He's got 6. Rivers can't get it to go. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession.
Young big men, though, often struggle to find consistency. But you look at Ayton's first 4 seasons, the numbers are almost identical year to year.
Cameron Johnson's checked in for Dario Saric. Here's Edwards, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. And for Ayton, the numbers are impressive indeed, averaging a double-double every season.
And he's got all the tools. Next steps, making more plays for others, and they've been working on his shooting range to open up the lane a bit more.
Suns for Edwards inside. He's covered by Ayton. And Towns throws it down.
And he sure can get off the floor.
He's one of the best in the business, absolutely.
Boy, he makes it look easy. He is an absolutely imposing finisher around the rim.
And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Paul.
Tell you what, it's really remarkable to see it. Just about 6 feet tall, and that might be generous. Chris Paul is a dominant player in the painted area, and he does it with skill and craftiness.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. Thank you, David. We'll be back after.
39. The Suns. 30.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you. 2 quarters in the books. You know, Anthony Edwards has been exceptional here, guys.
Man, he's been running wild on him through that first half. Absolutely nimble inside play by Bridges, working his way to a close-range shot.
And we have an intentional foul there, GA. Wish I could say why.
That one's pretty strange. I mean, no idea what got into his head right there.
Here's what Minnesota's going with right now. Garza's checked in, and D'Angelo Russell subbed in for Rivers. Russell passes to Garza. Clock at 6. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. Well, a careless foul, and he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
You know, Taurean Prince is not the guy you want to send to the foul line.
The Timberwolves have shot a good percentage from the free throw line so far. They've made 5 out of 6.
And just to mention, a season ago, they were very comfortable at the line, hitting about 78% of their free throws.
And he nails the 3rd.
Well, I like the fact that Prince does a good job picking his spots. He's not a guy that forces things. Kind of lets the game come to him naturally.
Here's Paul. Sinks that one from the post. Paul's got 6.
There you go. I mean, this is the time to get
Up and lays it nice and easy. He's got 8.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over. Well, many thought the Suns would let Ayton walk as a restricted free agent, but they had no hesitation. That
was something to see. Good.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
And Booker kicks to Ayton. And a great assist by Booker as that one goes in. Booker's got 6 assists here tonight. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Now the pass to Russell. Here's Garza. Fires the 3. Traps in the tray. Garza's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The drive by Booker. Ayton wide open. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. Timberwolves leading by 10. Edwards kicks to Prince. And another 3 for Minnesota.
Coming into the league, scouts predicted Prince would be a solid 3-and-D specialist, and they were spot on.
Pass to Ayton. And Ayton throws it down.
What a sweet assist by CP3.
And here's Edwards. He'll bring it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. Pass to Garza. .109 left in the third. Russell kicks to Prince. They get the rebound. Gobert. Russell finds Prince. Off target from three-point range. Paul outside to the inside. Gobert with the block.
And the reach and height of Gobert, it literally makes it impossible to score over him. He's able to get all over that shot.
Russell dishes to Gobert. Prince the pass to Edwards. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layups. It's as simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
29 seconds left to play in the third. Booker inside. Edwards there. Here's Ayton. And a great assist by Paul as that one goes in. Paul's got 6 assists now in the game. Edwards against Paul and taken away by Johnson. Goes up. And the dunk by Booker.
And this is how you convert in transition. Booker running the floor well and being rewarded for it.
And so it's Minnesota in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. And a quick look now at the State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks as always for joining us. And let's head over to the sideline and catch up with David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during the last break, I heard Monty Williams talking with his team. He said, if we're going to pull this out, we have to do it as a team. We have to rely on one another, trust one another, and help one another. Let's go get this. Kevin, back to you.
Thanks, David. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. The small and power forwards are Bridges and Johnson. Paul and Booker, the talented backcourt pair. And it's Ayton in at the center position.
And once Booker has some momentum, get out of his way, throwing himself towards the rim off the drive.
And trying to get it to go, even with the contact, but no good. And he'll try to pick up 2 at the free throw line coming up. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. The Suns making a change here. Shamet's checked in.
Hey, like a lot of guys, Edwards rides momentum as a player. When his confidence is soaring, so is his activity level.
Paul passes to Johnson. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Johnson's got his first basket of the night.
And guys, all about hard work from this point on. They worked hard to create that high-quality shot and then able to knock it down.
Towns kicks to Russell. Back to Towns. Three-pointer. Doesn't get it to drop for him. Now the Suns take it the other way. And it's Paul penetrating. Johnson outside. Passes it to Bridges. Johnson with a screen on Russell. Kicks it out to Johnson. Launches it. Sinks the three-pointer. Johnson's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Not a ball stopper on the wing. Bridges with the help.
Towns sets the pick for Edwards. Outside, Towns. Leaps for it. Edwards can't hit. The Suns trail it. Greg, everything they're doing is working right now.
Good run they have going right now. The momentum is huge.
Ayton a screen on Edwards. That ties the game.
Paul's quickness on the drive too much for the defense. They just can't find a way to stop.
Minnesota calls timeout.
champion. Thanks, Allie.
Here we go.
And it's going to be the Grizzlies off the tip. And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. Brooks and Jackson, the defensive forward pair. Morant and Bane in the backcourt together. And it's Adams in at the 5, down low. Now here's Russell. Towns finds Edwards. They get it back. Second shot opportunity. And he was fouled while in the act of shooting, so he'll take 2 free throws. That's on Steven Adams.
For a big, Towns is an effective free throw shooter. You really can't give him too many looks from the line.
And so Towns nails them both. And Towns' three-pointer is elite. But some don't think centers should float around beyond the arc. What's the balance there, you think, Grant?
Well, I mean, first of all, it just shows how the game has evolved with big guys shooting like him. The bottom line, just play with aggression and don't settle.
Oh, hammer it home!
That hurt. Now, I know he makes it look easy, but it takes incredible physical tools to pull that off.
Athleticism and explosion.
I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
Now the Timberwolves with it. 4-point game. Morant against Russell. Fires in the triple.
Yeah, in the pick and roll, you have to account for Russell. He's looking to score.
Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Gobert.
Very nearly stolen. There's no need to force that pass.
Outside Morant. Here in the first, a little over a minute played so far. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That'll be a second foul of the game. Minnesota's gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Ooh, poked away. And stolen by Morant. Bane with it. Now guarded by McDaniels. Brooks, the pass to Adams. Outside Bane to stop the run. And he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
Beautiful mechanics from Desmond Bane. Doesn't need much time to get his shot off.
Here's Edwards. He got a piece of it. Morant against Towns. Pass to Adams. And here's Jackson. Outside Morant. Beyond the arc. And it's Gobert with a rebound. The Timberwolves have gone just 2 for 4 from the floor. Towns for 3. Another miss by Minnesota.
Yeah, that old adage about being too wide open, not a thing. He just missed it.
And here are the Timberwolves.
If you look back to the Grizzlies post. Oh my goodness! Even though he was dealing with a taller defender, he got big and got the job done.
Here's Morant. And then Morant with the dunk.
With the ball on the string, Ja Morant is toying with the defense. Beautiful.
Edwards against Bane. Up top, Edwards. Doesn't go that time. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Morant, the pass to Brooks. Going inside, and the officials called goaltending, so they'll award the basket.
He almost blocked that shot in time, just a nanosecond late.
So it's Minnesota now. 3-point lead. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. Off target from outside.
He didn't make them pay for that weak defense, but they just can't rely on him to miss those kind of shots.
Outside for Morant. And so it's going to be a 3-second violation there on the defense.
The son of an NBA player, Jaren Jackson Jr. I actually played a bit with his dad, Jaren Sr. in Orlando back in the early 2000s, which means I'm old.
And the free throw no good, but they'll get the ball back here.
We know he can pass it. He's a tough defender, and Desmond Bane can shoot it from all over.
The offensive rebound. There's Jackson with the 3. Count it. 1 for 1 to start the game.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And the Jacksons, just the latest father-son NBA duo. Lots of great ones there, Grant.
So true, B.A. The Curry family might be the best ever. The Berries, including our own colleague Brett. The Thompsons with Clay in the league currently. Just some incredible NBA families to admire.
Off on that one, so he goes 1 out of 2 at the line.
Coming off his third All-Star performance, it's easy to say Rudy Gobert is one of the best centers in the league.
Right wing. Towns passes to McDaniels. No one near him. That one falls.
This is who Towns is, an unselfish, versatile big man with great court awareness.
Here's Morant. Throws it down, and the official calls a foul. It may be a three-point play. Rudy Gobert picks one up. And Smitty, no question, Gobert, one of the best bigs we have in the league right now.
You're right, B.A. The reason why 3 consecutive All-Star appearances. He's led the league in field goal percentage multiple times, and he's a block machine.
Wow, he doesn't miss many of those. He's such a strong finisher and tight.
Maine, no good. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 10 shooting the rock in this first quarter. McDaniels passes to Towns. Double team on Towns. And the layup is good off the glass.
I like seeing Towns be aggressive from deep. He knows his teammates want him to shoot from there.
Here's Morant.
Attack! Man, oh man, one of the more advanced ball handlers we've ever seen at his age. Ja Morant has people on skates.
About 3 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Pass to Russell. And the Timberwolves call time here.
It may be a players' league, but the coaches obviously play a big part as well.
Yeah, if that weren't the case, you wouldn't see so many coaching changes in the offseason.
Oh, it's stolen by Adams. Outside Morant. Three-pointer. He drops it from range. Morant's got 10 points in the game.
You like how Adams surveys the whole floor, allowing him to spot the wide open man.
Ja Morant, he's feeling it tonight and has. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out ahead in the second quarter. All right, guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Memphis.
For me, they're turning defense into offense, creating opportunities by taking the ball away. Great effort.
And they've done a tremendous job just creating havoc defensively. Active hands have led to tons of turnovers that they've capitalized on.
Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. The backcourt, it's Russell and Edwards. And it's Prince in at the small forward position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the T-Wolves.
Man, good whistle there.
And when you're trying to slow down a top scorer, often the game plan is to get physical. Grant, you would know better than anybody. What's it like in the trenches here?
Well, B.A., it's interesting. I mean, it can wear on you. It's a mental challenge. When you're in the trenches trying to slow down a great offensive player, it really becomes a battle of wills. You have to stay focused. You have to be disciplined. And most importantly, you just cannot take a play off and allow a great player to get going.
Here's Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
B.A., I'm not sure he should be flaunting around the rim like that with this game so close.
Oh, it's risky, but it sure did look good. And it's Brooks missing. The Timberwolves trail. Edwards, the pass to Gobert. To the middle. Here's Prince. Here's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. Jackson's got 4 rebounds now. On the wing, Brooks. Back to Morant. Hits the layup after the sweet pump fake to freeze the D. Morant's got 16 points.
What a night for Ja Morant, showing off that versatility, and he's relentless at the offensive end.
The Grizzlies have gotten 3 of 4 field goals in the second quarter. Kicks it out to Jackson. Edwards against Morant from behind the arc. Rebound, Minnesota. Here's Edwards. Driving to the basket. Goes back up. And it's finished off by Gobert as he lays it in.
You see how seriously Gobert takes rebounding. Just getting after it. Great activity.
Outside Payne. Ooh, and he took a hard foul on the shot. So he'll head to the line to shoot a pair. Rudy Gobert picks one up. And the first one at the line is good. Rivers is checked in for the Timberwolves. And Payne drops them both. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. Gobert with a screen on Payne. Edwards, a pass to Towns. Back to Edwards. Pass to Towns. Here's Prince. Towns has got room, gets some space, and buries the jumper. Towns has gotten his second bucket on the night.
Look at the unselfishness by Prince. Doesn't have what he wants, keeps the ball moving.
Here's Morant. He takes it in. And it's Adams missing. Minnesota's gone 0 for 2 from outside in the second quarter. Pass to Prince. Left side, Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
Beautiful offense, unselfish play, sharp pass by Prince.
Outside Payne. From outside the arc. Oh, the Grizzlies get it back. Jackson, the pass to Adams. Outside Morant. Shot clock at 6. And it's Ja Morant with the foul. That's his third foul of the game.
And just a great job of getting there first and absorbing the contact.
The Timberwolves making a switch here. Garza's checked in. For Minnesota, they've gotten 4 of 8 shots to drop in the second.
In the 2021-22 season, we saw Ja Morant go from a star to a bona fide superstar, averaging over 27 points, 6 assists, and 5 rebounds.
All he needed was a little separation. So effective.
Boy, cleared the path, put him in position for a prime-time dunk.
That's a big-time move and a big-time finish.
Pass to Tillman. And Gobert with a block.
What timing from Rudy. He is superb at measuring when to go after blocks.
Oh, man. He got fancy with that finish.
He may be trying to provide the spark they need to break this one open. Outside Jones. And again, Memphis no good. A chance at a 2-for-1.
You have to find ways to use the clock to your advantage.
Tries again. Here's Gobert. Here's Garza. Looking for his first basket still in this one. Here's Edwards. They shoot again. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up.
I like that. I mean, some physical play inside. He's not about to give up any easy baskets.
No good on the free throw. McDaniels is checked in for Prince. And he's good on the second. Memphis trailing here. And stolen by Gobert. Here's Rivers, defended by Jones. Outside Edwards. Pass to Garza. The 3-ball. Sinks the tray. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
He's an asset in helping space the floor. He has tremendous time.
Appreciate it, Allie. And we'll be coming right back after this break. Ready. And if you're just joining in, 1/2 is in the books. 1/2 to go. Boy, you got to like what Ja Morant has done in this game.
He's been excellent at cutting through the defense and giving them fits around the basket.
He's been very effective on the move, forcing the action, getting to his spots, and finishing plays.
On the court right now for the Grizzlies. Tyus Jones is out there with John Conchar. Then there's Danny Green. Then it's Xavier Tillman. And it's Aldama in at the 4. Inside. McDaniels passes to Edwards. Fires from the corner. Down low. Puts up the 8-footer. Pass to Garza. Here's Rivers. Shot clock at 5. Gobert finds Edwards. Releases from 15. That one a little long.
And that's okay. Even though you miss, you had the right guy taking the shot.
Outside Jones. McDaniels with some nice D.
He goes up strong, but he is met with resistance. I think that surprised him a little bit.
Here's Edwards, plenty of space. Ooh, lands soft on the front of the rim and drops in. And now it's a 12-point Timberwolves lead. Outside Jones, to the inside. Ooh, Gobert with a steal. Now here's Edwards. He's closely guarded.
And this kind of sick slam is just one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game right now, B.A.
You know, there's an edge the way they played and a confidence they're not afraid to show. Takes it inside, and Edwards slams it in.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Yes, when it's going good, it feels easy. These are the nights you relish, but they're tough to replicate.
Shot to stop the run. Knocks it down from distance.
And that's on the defense, giving him a decent look. That's his shot.
Pass to Edwards. Here's Garza. Offensive rebound. Picked it out of midair. Outside, Green. Off target from three-point range. For Minnesota, they've gone 4 of 6 from the floor in this third quarter. Pass to Gobert. Here's Garza. Green covering. Picked by Gobert. Here's Garza. It's McDaniels on the wing. Here's Garza. 6 to shoot. Edwards with it. Green picks him up. The Timberwolves need to get off a shot here. And here's Gobert from the arc. The shot won't fall. Memphis is gone, only 1 of 3 from deep here in the third. Tillman with a screen. To the paint. And he's going to the line for 2. The official saw contact while he was going up. No good on that one. Karl Anthony Towns has checked in for the Timberwolves.
2 shots.
And he sinks the second. The Timberwolves shooting a nice 50% for the game. It's McDaniels on the wing. Green covering. Gobert passes to McDaniels. Just 5 to shoot. From deep. Nails it from beyond the arc. Rivers has got 6.
Not a pure shooter in the classic sense, but Rivers is a threat out there if you give him any room.
And again, Memphis no good.
Just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
McDaniels from long range. That one doesn't drop. Now Memphis takes it the other way. Jones, the pass to Green for 3. And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they will count the bucket.
I mean, he had the right idea, but his timing was just a little off, and it resulted in a goaltend.
And the Timberwolves making a change here. Russell is checked in. There's the triple. McDaniels finds Towns. Now here's Gobert. Back to Towns. Second chance shot. Oh, and he got fouled on his way up. He'll head to the line to shoot 2. Jaren Jackson picks one up.
You see what that little pump fake does? It gives the defender something to think about the next time he goes to challenge Gobert's shot.
And so Gobert nails both of them. And here's Morant. 16 points for him. Lets the 3 fly. And again, it's Memphis with a 3.
Tough to shadow Morant. Explosive off the dribble, but at the same time, can stop on a dime.
Here's Towns. The kick out to Edwards. Oh,
wow.
Wait a second. And he hammers in the reverse slam.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a tough PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in.
Good athlete, 37-inch vertical. Brooks aggressive above the rim.
Getting up and then throwing it down.
Oh, that was a big hammer right there. And here's Morant outside, and it's Gobert with a rebound. And here's Edwards outside. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
Ooh, could be a backbreaker. What a way to carry the...
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves with an impressive 16-point lead heading into the break. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Let me tell you, when you can run offense through your bigs, you give the defense just another thing it has to try and take away.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. The backcourt is Russell and Edwards. Towns and Gobert, the towering big men at the 4 and the 5. And it's McDaniels in at the small forward position. So that's the Timberwolves 5. It's Edwards on the wing. And he drives. Wow! Crazy good!
You know he's going to take a lot of shots out there. He's their #1 option right now.
And here's Morant outside. Rudy Gobert with a rebound. Gobert's stolen by Jackson and stolen by Gobert. And here we go, the Timberwolves on the run. The pull-up J. And that one hits the back iron. Memphis has gone 0 for 2 from outside here in the fourth quarter. Jackson, the pass to Brooks. Oh, it's stolen by Towns. Fast break, Minnesota. Pass to McDaniels. And stolen by Bane. And here they come. Here's Morant. Blocked. And that'll be Memphis' ball as it goes out of bounds. Grizzlies able to keep possession here. And that shot was going nowhere thanks to that aggressive swat.
Yeah, just some terrific effort there. And you know the whole team will get an energy boost off a block like that one.
Fires the 3. Ooh, basket interference. Minnesota's gone 5 of 12 from three-point range tonight. Russell against Jackson. Outside Russell. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Memphis. Adams has got 8 rebounds in the game. They're searching for a way to score.
Yeah, buckets have been very tough to come by. He continues to let it fly, but the makes have been few and far between.
Edwards finds Gobert. Into the lane. Pass to Towns. Tries again. And he gets the friendly roll as that one goes.
Love the decision by Gobert. Finding the open teammate, playing smart basketball.
Oh, there's Morant with the slam.
And he gives up some size inside, but makes a great adjustment on the finish.
And that takes skill and the ability to make adjustments as you're going up.
Edwards for 3. Outside McDaniels. Jacks up a 3. And he stays with it.
That's been the difference tonight. They've been insanely disruptive on the glass. And he's not taking it easy on them at all. I mean, we all know he's going to keep pouring it on.
I mean, defensively, if you have any hope of coming back in this game, you can't afford to give him those looks.
Three-pointer, Brooks. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Gobert's got rebound number 17, if you can believe that. Edwards. And Edwards slams it in.
That's a terrific read by Gobert, understanding the offensive end better and better, especially as of late.
Outside for Morant. The 3. That shot is off. And Minnesota will come the other way. McDaniels from long range sends it home from three-point land.
Their offense has been unstoppable, just firing on all cylinders.
It's been tremendous job of play calling and execution. They just continue to increase this lead.
Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've played about 3.5 minutes into the fourth quarter here. Pass to Adams to halt the run. Good, and the setup by Morant. Morant's got his third assist of the night.
And you can see how scary this team can be when everything is clicking for them. Just a terrific performance for the Timberwolves.
And the disparity in the talent was obvious by the end. Sometimes you just don't have enough ammunition to compete.
Yeah, BA, just a total beatdown. And the next time these teams meet, I can't imagine it'll be any different.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Anthony Edwards.
He really played at his preferred pace, never let adjustments by the defense speed him up or slow him down.
First team foul.
And 1:01 left in the fourth quarter. Picked by Gobert. The three from Russell. Offensive board. Outside McDaniels. Pass to Russell.
Second personal foul.
Lets it go from deep. And no good. And Memphis taking it the other way now. Adams with the ball. And it's Gobert picking him up. Adams, the pass to Brooks. 35 seconds left to play in the fourth. Back to Adams. Shot clock at 6. From downtown. The rebound by the Timberwolves. They can simply hold on to the ball here.
No question, BA. They deserve the win.
Towns for three. He buries it from three.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
They gave the team tremendous energy tonight. The fans were fantastic. It was a true home court advantage.
And a deep three from Russell. It's off. And so it's Minnesota easily grabbing this one. Well, this might not have been the most competitive game.